Hello and welcome to our next video in our video series, Learning to Talk Around the Clock. My name is Petra Schenfeld. I'm a teacher of the deaf and hard of hearing, and today we are going to be talking about getting dressed. Now, let's think about this. You all have infants, toddlers, young children who spend a majority of their day putting on or taking off clothes. If you have an infant or a young toddler who is still in diapers, you are spending a significant portion of your day changing those diapers and just getting your kid into new sets of clothes. So this can be, because it is such a routine in your daily lives, that it can be a great opportunity for creating these face-to-face moments with your children that you may not have otherwise even thought about. So today we are going to be talking about how do we create these peekaboo face-to-face moments with our children during this time of getting dressed. Sometimes this can be quite a challenge for families, especially if your child is one who does not like putting clothes on. And so we're going to try and make this a fun and happy time for you rather than a stressful time. So a few ways that we can maybe do that is by figuring out the best positioning for your child. This is that first level of learning that we've talked about in previous videos, where we are going to be discussing the positioning for your child to be getting successful face-to-face interactions with you, creating those peekaboo moments. This will set the stage for later language and communication on down the road. So for now, we're going to be talking about how do I position my child for our best interactions. Do I position my child on the bed, a chair, or the floor while they're facing me? This is kind of different than our typical way of getting children dressed. With babies, you tend to lay them on their backs, so they're facing you, they're facing up. But sometimes they might not be able to see your face, so maybe can we rotate the child so that they have a better access to your face and you have a better access to theirs? Can we sit a toddler on a chair and kneel down in front of them to help them get dressed? Can we have them stand in front of us? There are many different positions that are going to help with this, with making communication successful and making those face-to-face moments. Do I pull my child's pants up while facing him? You know, sometimes we get in this rut that we've just always done this. We have a routine. Our child leans against us and we pull their pants up because we have leverage there. But if we just face the child the other direction, then they'll be able to see our face while we're talking to them, and they'll be able to engage a little bit more in what's going on. Rather than it being something done to them, they can be involved and be a helper. Do I play peekaboo and other eye games while I'm changing my child's diaper? That's a great opportunity to create those peekaboo moments, obviously. So if a child is looking for that recognition, they could be looking for your happy face, your laughing face, playing peekaboo, using a washcloth or a towel or a small blanket and just covering your child's eyes creates that, oh, I'm going to be looking for you moment. Do I kneel down in front of my toddler as I put on his or her coat or jacket and their hat? Instead of leaning down to do your child's jacket, they're only seeing your waist. They're only seeing a small portion of you, where if you kneel down in front of them, they're better able to access your face and what you're talking to them about. In the question previous to this, it asked about changing diapers and whether you do that automatically. Because this is such a routine-based activity, you probably have this down already. You are able to multitask and watch TV or talk to another person while you're changing your child's diaper. But if you do that, you're missing out on these opportunities for these face-to-face moments. So let's turn off the TV for a little bit. Let's spend 2 minutes changing this diaper and interacting with your baby, smiling at them, interacting with your toddler, talking, singing songs. Let's have these face-to-face moments. Good pre-planning involves collecting all of your kids' clothes ahead of time. Oftentimes, we have to chase down these kids to get them dressed. So if you put their shirt on and then have to go hunt down their pants, and then later have to go hunt down their shoes and their socks and their jacket, it's probably going to take a lot more time to get them ready. If you have all of these clothes laid out ahead of time, it's much easier to build a routine. Okay, we put our socks on first and then our pants, rather than running around trying to gather up all of these clothing items in the moment. Your child probably will take that opportunity to escape and go do something else, so you'll have to go chase them down again. So let's try that strategy this week. Let's lay out all of the clothes ahead of time, so that way they are all within your reach and you're able to show your child each item before you put it on. Another peekaboo question. Do I play peekaboo with my child's shirt as I put it on over their head? Oftentimes children don't like having their shirt being pulled down over their head or pulled back over their head, because it has this moment of, ooh, this is kind of scary. I have something across my face and I can't see. I don't like it. So if we turn that moment into a play moment, they might be more likely to be okay with it later on. Are there other games that you could be playing with your child, like trying to find their sleeves or their fingers at the end of their sleeves, or their little toes peeking out of their pajama pants? Let's see, when you are changing your child's diaper, or when you're having these really close moments with your child, are you pointing to your mouth and your eyes and your nose? Are you pointing to your child's mouth and nose and eyes? We are really working on capitalizing on these moments, being able to create a beautiful moment where your child is building that trust and that connection with you. And here are some other opportunities for creating connections while getting dressed with your infant and toddler. Because this happens so often, it takes place so many times during the day, it is a great activity to create these moments with your child. Here are some suggestions for that. So when we're playing peekaboo, let's use a cloth, let's use a washcloth, or this is a cloth diaper. I'm going to say a clean one. And play peekaboo with your child. Let's have them look to you to be getting these moments. They have to find your face. You can make raspberry sounds on your child's tummy. My family, we call it a zerbert. Oftentimes, children love this activity, and they will look to you to do it again. So we can be creating that foundation of turn taking. I'm not going to blow the raspberry until you look at me. You're not going to say that to your child, but you're going to imply it by pausing and waiting and seeing if they ask you to do it again. You can exercise your child's legs and arms while your child is laying on their back. You can be giving them a little exercise moment, especially if their child is not yet crawling. This is a great opportunity. It also helps with their digestion. My grandmother used this trick all the time with her grandkids. You can pretend to nibble on your child's toes. You can walk your fingers up your child's legs, tummy, and arms. You can walk all the way to their nose. You can rub noses. You can cover your own eyes with your hand and play peekaboo. There are so many options for creating these moments with your child. And this is a great opportunity while getting dressed to establish that eye contact and interaction, building this trust and setting the foundation and setting the stage for later communication and language in life. Thank you so much for watching this video series and going on this with us. This week, please take a look at this handout. See if there are any of these strategies that you can start implementing by positioning your child appropriately for these different interactions. And test out a few of these interactions, and we'll give you a call a little later on and set up a home visit where we can check in and see how it all went. So I hope you have a great day, and we will talk to you later.